Welcome to this installment of the Community EMR instructional videos. This video was developed by the WRHA CSIS team in coordination with EMR users. This video is meant as reference material regarding the functionality of the EMR. Examples provided during demonstration cover various workflows and should not replace any on-the-job instruction provided by on-site supervisors, managers, or directors. The key learning points for this session on forms is as follows. Accessing forms in the EMR, restricting your forms inventory for quick retrieval, tracking and reconciling forms, completing assessment forms. Forms that exist in the EMR have received the necessary approvals for uploading into the EMR. All WRHA forms that exist in the EMR were approved by the Responsible Forms Committee prior to being added. If a new form is required in the EMR, the request and a soft copy of the form must be sent to eHealth prior to its implementation. Forms can best be described as photocopies of WRHA or agency-approved paper requisition, referral, or assessments. These have been configured to include text box, drop-downs, and checkboxes on top to allow for populating in electronic records. To populate a form for a client, providers should access the EMR section within the Encounter Notes tab. Within this tab, there is a Clinical Notes area. This area has been designated for both clinical notes as well as forms. To find the form of interest, use the drop-down menu. All forms registered in the EMR will be visible. These forms are organized into multiple categories. Standard forms, which contains Manitoba Health forms. Chart sheets. This is used for forms that require printing for client signatures, such as consent for release of personal health information. Notice as I have moved between each of these categories, I have selected the arrow to collapse the menus for each of the listings. Collapsing the categories can provide easier viewing within this menu window. Continuing with the next category option, requisition forms. This is the largest of the categories, containing both referral forms and laboratory and diagnostic requisitions. Assessments and plans. Within this category, we can find assessment forms that require multiple entries over time, such as Manitoba Prenatal Record or asthma action plans. Client information contains client-related forms that request specific information regarding a client. Correspondence contains forms that are used for client or program-specific formal correspondence. Patient handouts. This section contains patient information documents on different healthcare sections, for example, breastfeeding education, flu information, tobacco resources, etc. The final category of forms are the CDM worksheets, also known as PCQIs. These contain working items for chronic condition management. These worksheets compile into extracts provided to Manitoba Health. To find a form, a user can either scroll through the list looking for the form they require based on the title and category of the form, or they can complete a keyword search using the template search field. In searching for the WRHA laboratory requisition form, I can type lab and view the matching results. Within these results, I will find my requisition form based on the keyword I had searched for. If a user is unsure of the title of the form, there is the ability to open and view the form without saving it to the client record. To initiate or view a form, click on the form title. The form will open with the appropriate client identifiers, and provider identifiers will be pre-populated. If this is not the form you were seeking, remember that selecting the close option and responding no to the pop-up alert will not save the form to the client's chart. As you may have noticed, there are many forms in the EMR directory. If a provider finds they are only using a portion of the forms found in this listing on a regular basis, they can hide the additional forms to facilitate searching. Hiding these forms only impacts yourself as a user. Others will still have visibility to the forms. Selecting the Edit feature within the Forms drop-down menu opens the Hide Templates window. The left side of the window displays those you would like to leave visible. To hide others, highlight the title, Select the right-facing arrow, and the title will be relocated to the Hide Templates column. Repeat this highlighting process as required. One tip: if you are needing to hide several templates, this can be completed all at one time using the control keys from your keyboard. To select multiple titles in a row, highlight the first, then hold down the control key, and then click on the additional titles to be hidden. When you log into the EMR for the first time, feel free to set your views as required. Please note, once applied, you will be unable to search for any hidden forms from the modified list. To review the listings again, select the drop-down menu. Retype your keyword within the template search field and select another option. For this demonstration, I will initiate the WRHA lab requisition form for this client. Selecting the title, I verify this is the correct form and then proceed to populate the form requirements, requesting the appropriate panels as needed. If an open text box is present, click once to activate and enter the text. If a checkbox, click once to highlight in black or view a checkmark on the item. If there is a date requirement within the form, double-clicking on the date box will activate the EMR calendar. There are several options within the Forms window for linking, drawing, and adding descriptions. Drawing within the form can be completed using the pen icon. Please note, to undo an action, select the left arrow at the top of the form. To redo an action, select the right arrow. The description field allows additional information to be captured. Descriptions such as standing order for those lab recs that are taken on a regular basis, specialists the communication may be going to, etc. When changing the selected ordering provider, please note the changes will not display on the requisition until the refresh button has been selected. Date of service allows for linking this form to a particular date of service and automatically generates the name of the provider who completed the appointment. If date of service is left at none, the provider will default to the initiating user. The requisition date defaults to today's date unless changed regardless of the date of service linking. Depending on the site practice, a provider may print the form or choose to save it to the client's chart. To print, select the print icon at the bottom of the form window. To save the form to the client's chart, select OK. Tracking and reconciliation of lab requisitions is required for patient safety. Primary care has developed several guidelines pertaining to reconciliation, and the EMR provides the tool to manage this. For more information on reconciling, please review the reconciliation video on LMS. I hope you have found this module on forms helpful. For further questions or clarifications, please contact csis_support@wrha.mb.ca.